first, India is a racist country. This has to be admitted first of all, and you have to enact an anti-racial law. And first, that people from Northeast have been discriminated racially, and some few days back, it was a statement by the local goons at Kotla, Mubarakpur recently saying that Nepali dande wali red kitna hai, or the Somnath Bharati saying that ye hum aur aap jaisa nahi hai. And this kind of things keeps on continuing, and whether the Congress, whether the BJP, whether the AAP, all have been remaining silent for the last 65 years, and you have been denying the right of equal citizenship which is guaranteed in the Constitution of India. And the Prime Minister of India and other responsible authorities should be criminally held liable for the racism and all forms of discrimination which are meted out to the racial minorities, not only of Northeast, but also to ACs, STs, and Dalits and minorities. So be clear about your position, be sincere enough to stand for the rights of the people for which you are espousing themselves. Please be clear about that. Don't deny there is racism in India. India is a racist society.
Okay, you're making some strong points.
I
want to
Rahul.
end with some solutions.
Rahul,
I will have
to respond to this.
I just want final comments from all our guests. We are out of time on this program.
Rahul,
what are the
Rahul, I will have to
solutions?
just give me a line.
One second. Allow me. One by one. Everybody just come up with possible solutions. The people go back with some hope and not with negativity. Starting with Kiran Riju. Solutions, just 30-40 seconds each. What do you think are possible solutions?
Please.
Just one second. You can't gate crash the show like
this. That is more important than...
Yes, go on. What do you want to say?
I want to share my experience, personal experience with all of you. I visited Sikkim, New Mizoram, and I was surprised. There's so much love and welcome I got there. And after coming here, so much. And I salute you because even education, tourist secretary, when I went to Sikkim, it was night. I went to tourist secretary there and I told my problem there. He provided us his car and he stayed us at hotel. So you stay because you are guest hour. Okay. No, I want to tell. Because the people, after coming here, the anti-racism bill is all right, but the mind of people which is prejudiced or biased, we should remove that. In society, we should remove.
Okay, I want to hear from our guests. How does that happen? How do we? You made your point. I want to hear from Kiran Riju first. What are the solutions that people can go back with?
First of all, we should not consider this incident as an isolated incident. We should go beyond administrative failure. This is the question of mentality. We must understand each other as a country. If the country has to grow as a proud, prosperous India, then every religious group, every social, every racial group must be respected with full honor and dignity.
Now, how can that happen?
That will happen only if we are able to generate awareness amongst ourselves. We lack
You're
in
saying awareness is the key. No. I want to hear from Tarun Vijay.
Rahul,
let's wrap up.
The most important thing is, and I agree to major extent to my friend from there, but while we say that they have been discriminated against, we must also recognize that thousands of people like Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda Center, Vidya Bharati, they have gone there to spread education, schools, institutions, but enough has not been done. So most important thing is that the syllabus of the national textbooks must have enough material about Northeast states, about their culture, about their names, about their heroes, and about their all social reformers. That will make us familiarize. And every Indian.
No, he's saying that students from the Northeast and culture from the Northeast must be included in what students from other parts listen. He's saying exactly the opposite of what you're thinking.
Yes, and more Indians must be
just one second
made to know each other.
I need to hear from our guests.
The basic thing is education, the spread of education and mutual understanding.
Mr. Tarun Vijay, you have Hitler's history written in India's books. You're teaching fascism in this country to the students.
Now this is something.
That's not.
How can?
That's. No,
Come
that's
on,
not what he's saying.
Speak for Northeast and don't speak for
Culture from
Hitler.
the Northeast should be included in what students from other parts of the country.
Yes. Education is the biggest
He's saying
bridge.
the opposite of what you're saying.
Yes.
Let's come now to Kamal Mitra Chinoy. Final words from you, sir.
Well, I think first of all, there is a rich history in the Northeast. But even in schools in Manipur, which are not Manipuri schools, people don't know about Hijam Irabot Singh, though his photograph is everywhere. And I think Irabod Singh, who was considered the liberator of Manipur. So I think that the history has to be balanced in that the people from the northeast get to know about the rest of the country and the rest of the country know about this. All this has happened because of one betrayal. There was a maxim, unity in diversity. But it's unity in unity, and that's why a racial bill is imperative, because no other way will you get justice.
Okay, Ragini.
Rahul,
Just one second, you'll be the final person speaking on the show.
I
Ragini.
endorse what the other panelists have said, but there are two other quick points that I want to make. First of all, we have to begin with the realization that racial comments, violence based on racial discrimination and xenophobia are a reality today. We should not brush these kind of things under the carpet or try to duck the issues by saying that, you know, calling somebody a chinky has actually reached a level of normalcy so that it should not be problematic anymore.
I don't think
So
words
we
like
have
that should be used in a program of this nature at all.
What are you saying? These are the kind of words which are being used. I'm not creating it out of my own mind, and I'm saying that this kind of an attitude has to be fought. What I'm trying to say here is that most of the times you don't even realize that this kind of an attitude is extremely racist. This is what I'm trying to say. So first of all, we have to begin with this realization that there is racial discrimination. Secondly, I think there has to be political will. A social sector has to come in, and the law that you have talked about, we have discussed. If there is a concentrated, amalgamated, united effort, then only we are going to do away with
Veena,
this
final
kind.
words from you.
Final words, Rahul, are bitter medicine. I also blame the media,
Sure.
your community, the print community, for refusing. You are equally discriminatory in including stories of the Northeast in your national
I think
syllabus.
that's fair criticism.
Our appeal is please ensure that you also do in your fraternity. And again, I repeat, a committee formed in the country to ensure that there is a study done to ensure that an anti-racial law is formed in about 3 months' time.
I think
This is
everyone
our
needs to
demand.
introspect. It can't just be wanting others to look at what's gone wrong. I want to conclude with this lady over here. What's the message you're taking back? You've heard several things, a committee, possible movement on the anti-racism, on the racism law. Do you think any of this will change things on the ground? What's your message?
I'm not sure this program will make a change. What I feel is there's one guy who already said that India is a racist country. Yes, India is a racist country. We Northeast people, because of the different feature, we always face different kind of issue every day. Example, auto wala, they will charge us double, and the landlord, they will they will charge double than what they are charging to the mainlander, you know. And then some of the broker, they will even charge broker fee every 11 months, and to some newcomers, they will charge on monthly also. So you know, there are so many issues that we face, and this is racial discrimination. Because of the different feature, they are doing it like that.
Those are real problems that I think we've touched upon. I don't know whether we have any immediate solutions, but as
Rahul, we
Veena
end
said,
up saying only one
everyone
thing,
needs to introspect.
that let us accept that our northeastern brothers and sisters are, if not more patriotic, as patriotic and the protector of the tricolor, and we have to do much more to have the proper bridges built.
Okay, thank you very much, Kiran Riju, Tarun Vijay, Veena, Kamal Mitra Chinoy, and Ragini Nayak, and also to all of you. This protest will be on at Jantar Mantar tomorrow, and it goes on. Kejriwal is coming tomorrow. More voices must come in support. And this is not a problem which can be solved by any one community alone. Everyone needs to work together, if at all we are to see any solutions. Otherwise, we've only ended up with platitudes. Thank you all very much for joining us at Jantar Mantar.